Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Caribbean Airlines stopping their flights to Jamaica. Now, Caribbean Airlines is in financial problems. They've been making a loss for many years. And recently, the Prime Minister of Trinidad told them that they need to get the airline profitable within 2 years or they'll have to look back at the airline's operations. So, in response to this, and I guess other things as well, Caribbean Airlines is cutting its flights to Jamaica. Now, this makes no sense. Yes, the airline is not making a profit, but the route from Florida to Jamaica is one of the most profitable airline routes. As to why Caribbean Airlines cannot make that route profitable for themselves, I think that speaks volumes as to why the airline is in problems. Just recently, JetBlue announced that they will be adding flights from Fort Lauderdale to Kingston. Adding flights. They are going to have 6 flights a day from Fort Lauderdale to Kingston. That doesn't include flights that they have to Montego Bay, which probably is more than 6. I'm not sure how many they have. American Airlines announced recently that they were increasing their flights to Jamaica. So American is going to have up to 21 flights a day to Jamaica. That includes both Kingston and Montego Bay. And American flies out of Miami, but they also fly out of other hubs in the US. But 21 flights a day. They're increasing their flights. They're even adding more flights to the Ian Fleming International Airport. So for Caribbean Airlines to be cutting their flights to Jamaica, actually stop flying non-stop to Jamaica, it means something is seriously wrong with the operation of that airline. It has nothing to do with the demand for travel from the US, from Florida to Jamaica, because the demand is there. So we're going to go through an article that gives more information on this. Caribbean Airlines Limited has announced that it will discontinue all flights between Kingston and Montego Bay to Fort Lauderdale effective November 2nd, 2025. The move follows a recent mandate by Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Camilo Prasad Biseso, who has instructed the state-owned airline to return to profitability within 2 years. Under pressure from its new board of directors, CAL has embarked on a series of cost-cutting and restructuring measures aimed at eliminating loss-making operations. The Jamaica-Fort Lauderdale routes have long been important corridors, particularly for the large Jamaican diaspora community living in South Florida. However, according to CAL, persistent economic challenges made the continuation of these flights unsustainable. The airline confirmed that the final services BW30, BW31, BW32, and BW33 will operate on November 1st, 2025, marking the end of an era for direct CAL service from Jamaica to Fort Lauderdale. This is not the first time the airline has scaled back its South Florida operations. In January 2019, CAL discontinued its non-stop Montego Bay to Fort Lauderdale flights, consolidating service through Kingston. The current decision now removes both Jamaica gateways, effectively cutting Fort Lauderdale from the airline's network altogether. The implications are significant. For travelers, especially members of the Jamaican community in Broward and Miami-Dade counties, the withdrawal means fewer direct flight options. Competitors such as JetBlue, Spirit, and American Airlines are likely to benefit as demand for Jamaica-South Florida routes remains strong year-round due to family ties, business travel, and tourism. For CAL, the decision reflects a broader strategy of retrenchment, focusing on profitable markets and streamlining operations in order to meet the profitability targets imposed by its shareholder government. While the move may be financially prudent for Caribbean Airlines, it underscores the challenges faced by state owned carriers operating in a highly competitive aviation market. In conclusion, Caribbean Airlines' suspension of Jamaica Fort Lauderdale flights highlights the difficult realities of modern aviation economics. With profitability now a clear mandate, the airline must continue to reshape its network, even if that means retreating from markets where cultural and diaspora connections remain strong. The challenge ahead for CAL will not only be to survive financially, but also to maintain its relevance as a carrier that serves the Caribbean people. Alright, guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Alright, guys, have a good day.